and try and make it less wobbly, I stopped it, so dope. Okay. Again, this pattern applies here, giving me the factor, which is this guy. I made it subtraction because I want to keep it in the nice pattern, so that way I know this is my h. And then it's all right here. Go ahead and watch it, rewatch it, watch it again. Okay, now, the graph of g of x, we need to fill out, is it steeper than, flatter than? Does it have the same shape as our standard, right? This is our standard. Well, this is all dependent on our a, right? If a is greater than 1, it's steeper. If a is less than 1, it's flatter. And of course, this is the absolute value of a. And if the absolute value of a equals 1, it'll be the same. Well, here we don't have any written a, which is implying a positive 1. Therefore, it is the same shape as our standard parabolic form. Okay, moving on. Numbers 4 and 5. The blah, 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 p of x. So this is our formula. I wrote f just out of habit. So p of x equals negative 30. What's nice is they already put it in graphing form. X minus 500 squared plus 1,000. Now, again, usually we have x comma y as our points, but in this case it's going to be x comma p of x, right? It's the same way when we have functions f of x or g of x or anything like that. So this is going to be our point. How much profit is gained or lost by manufacturing 450 items? What you do is you plug in P of 450, negative 30, 450 minus 500 squared plus 1,000. It will be $1. And solve. Now, again, we're going to do negative 30 times negative 50 squared plus 1,000. I'm going to let you guys finish this one. Square this before you multiply. Okay? It'll give you an answer, and it'll tell you, whether or not it's financially viable to do anything like this. Okay? Now this one, number 5, again, word problems look so intimidating, but it's really not. How many items should be produced for maximum profit? Now, this is a key word. Remember yesterday, if you guys watched the video when I did the homework help, talking about the maximum and the minimum? Well, if we have a parabola that looks something like this, our maximums are infinity, but our minimum is the vertex. And even if it's a shape like this, because it's a negative a, so our vertex is the minimum or the maximum. So in this case, this is our max. And this is our shape that we've got here. Again, we have a negative a. So what is our maximum profit? Look for the vertex. And it's already in the form. So we just need to look for the h, comma, k. In this case, it's 500, comma, 1,000. So what this is saying is that they should produce 500 units of toys or whatever for $1,000 profit. Okay. Now, number 6. Again, please do this. This one is kind of a beast. But it's important to know how to do this because you will be tested on whether or not you can do this. What you can do is sketch out a T-chart and do your best. I'm going to show you the right way how to do this. Okay. I'm going to put this guy in graphing form. So we have fx equals negative 2x squared minus 8x minus 6. Okay. First thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to divide everything by negative 2. Yes, what I do to one side of the equation, I have to do to the other. So that's going to give me f of x over negative 2 equals x squared plus 4x plus 3. Okay. Now, again, I'm trying to put it in graphing form. So I'm going to isolate those guys. My b over 2 squared equals 4 over 2 squared, which is, of course, 2. Rather 4, duh. So I'm going to add that over here. So f of x over negative 2 plus 4 equals x squared plus 4x plus 4 plus 3. Now you might have wondered, why don't we just add this together? I'm keeping this separate so I can factor it. That's my goal. I am going to subtract and factor at the same time. Again, this is the pattern a squared plus 2ab plus b squared goes to a plus b squared. But my b is just going to be this guy. So since I've subtracted, I'm doing kind of a couple steps at the same time. So I'm going to have f of x over negative 2 equals, I'm going to factor this with this guy, x plus 2 squared. Let's see, did I do that correct? Let's see. Yeah, I did. Okay. Just making sure. Minus 1. Now, am I finished? No, because now I need to multiply both sides by -2. In order to isolate my f of x. So when I distribute, this guy is just going to be -2 x plus 2 squared. -1 times -2 is +2. Now again, with this minus -2. And this is going to give me a few different points of information. First thing it gives me is my vertex. My vertex is -2, comma, +2. That is going to be the first point that I graph. -2, comma 2. Okay. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to use my vertex when I actually use a t-chart. I'm going to use my vertex as that middle point. And then I'm going to do, let's say, -4 and 0. These two numbers I'm going to plug in here. -4, so -2 times -4 plus 2 squared plus 2. -4 plus 2 is -2. -2 squared is 4. 4 times -2 is -8. -8 plus 2 is -6. And 0 plus 2, that's going to give me the same thing. Okay, -6 for -6. So my parabola is going to look something like this. Oy. Woo! That's my graph. That's my work. Hope this makes sense. Again, please ask and I'll get to you as soon as I can. Otherwise, love you guys. Bye.